who's rowing the boat in Jacksonville. For now, it's still Doug Pederson, head coach of the team, met with reporters yesterday. He said that for him, he's still evaluating whether or not changes will be made by him during their bye week. He also said there's no meeting scheduled with owner Shad Khan. At least there wasn't on Monday. It is odd that nothing happened yesterday because the momentum was building loudly toward that. And look, two things. Dysfunctional teams do dysfunctional things. So the Jaguars, all due respect, have been dysfunctional for most of the last decade or so. Maybe the owner wasn't available yesterday. Maybe he didn't make time yesterday. He's going to meet with him today. I don't know. The PR effort, by the way of pushing back against the momentum that was building, I look at it this way. If your owner isn't going to fire the coach during the bye week and this snowball has emerged and it's gotten larger and larger that's going to happen, that's where PR needs to mobilize and get in touch with people and say, no. Why are you doing this? Why are you saying this? No, it's not going to happen. And I actually reached out to the team on Sunday as I was in the process of trying to get a feel for what's happening. And when crickets come back, and I know they had a game, but still, fairly hot topic in NFL circles. You need to be aware as a PR professional when your team is on the radar screen, why they're on the radar screen, and if people who cover your team locally or nationally are sniffing around and there's a narrative out there that might not be accurate, here's your chance to put the toothpaste properly in the tube or, to confirm it, whatever. Silence, when something like this is going on, silence tells me it's probably going the way that people think. But yesterday it didn't. So we'll see how it goes. The other big question, and this may be why there's a delay, I don't know. This is based on a lot of the talk around the league, people that either know or have reason to know some of the dynamics. I got to be careful. I don't want to out any of my sources, but it might just be they're trying to figure out what they're going to do next. Who's the interim coach going to be? Are we going inside the organization? We're going outside the organization. We saw 2 years ago, Jim Irsay went outside the organization for Jeff Saturday, which is very unconventional. But if you're not quite sure who's taking over for the rest of the season, that's something that could delay the process because you don't want to fire the coach and then you spend a day not knowing who the interim coach is. You want to have all that lined up so when you hit the first domino, the others fall naturally. That could be one of the factors. Trent Baalke's future could be a factor. Does he stay? Does he go? If the Jaguars truly are, this year, the best team the franchise has ever assembled from a talent standpoint, as the owner said in August, why is the guy who assembled that team leaving? So it might just be, and nobody knows, and the Jaguars have done nothing to fill the vacuum. Think of what the Cowboys did when all the speculation was out there that Mike McCarthy was in trouble. What happened? They issued a statement, he's coming back. The Jaguars can easily put this to rest by saying, we're not making any changes this week, and we have no idea why anyone would think that we would, other than the fact that we're 2-9 and we just suffered the worst loss in franchise history. So something's going on. The silence tells us something's going on. I think it's reasonable to look at it and say maybe what's going on is they're trying to figure out who will take over. They're trying to line all that up, and they're trying to figure out what to do about Trent Baalke. Here's Doug Pederson from yesterday, meeting with reporters on whether or not in the aftermath of a 52-6 loss to the Lions, the Jaguars have given up.
I don't believe they're letting go of the rope. I don't. The team that was out there yesterday, that was not us. That's not who we are. That's not who we stand for. There's enough pride in that locker room, enough pride on the coaching staff to, whether we win the game or not, right? How we performed, it's not who we are. It's not who we are. It's not how I coach. It's not how we prepare during the week. It's not how the players practice and what they put their bodies through. I don't think many people understand what these guys go through during the course of a week. These guys play, and this is across the league. This is not just us. This is everybody who puts a uniform on game days. They're playing through pain. They're playing through injury. They're playing hurt and sore, and especially this time of the year. And So my hat is off to those players because of what they battle through. And so, yeah, you can criticize me all you want, point the finger at me. That's fine, because that's where it starts. But for the players, they put their best foot forward every single day. Yesterday was not who we are.
What he said there, I think, is kind of a fairly close cousin, maybe a second cousin once removed, to Mike McCarthy's "We deserve to win." Because what he said about his team can be said about any team at this time of the season. They're all banged up. They're all trying. No one's accusing them of going out there and not trying, just standing there while players run by them. They're just not good enough. Whether it's talent, whether it's coaching, whether it's both, they're not good enough. And when you say what we put out there yesterday isn't us, well, it wasn't imposters. They were wearing your uniforms. This wasn't the mean machine stealing the guards' uniforms. This was the Jacksonville Jaguars. It was you. You can't talk your way out of 52-6. That's not going away, ever. It could be that Pederson is going away. We'll find out. Maybe today. Who knows? Who knows? But this is my plea to the Jaguars. If a change isn't going to be made, get your PR people to work the phones and it doesn't have to be me. Call Shefty. Call Shefty and let him do the tweet that Doug Pederson is coming back. But you need to push back against this momentum. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.